Imagine walking into one of America's most secure banks and discovering that nearly $30 million had vanished without a single gunshot or explosion. No alarm stopped the thieves. No one noticed the robbery until it was already over. Even today, this incredible crime is considered one of the smartest bank heists in American history. But how did a group of criminals outsmart one of the country's safest banks? Here's the unbelievable true story. In 1972, the United California Bank was believed to be one of the safest banks in America. Inside its vault were millions of dollars protected by heavy security. Most people believed stealing that money was impossible, but a group of experienced criminals had other plans. Instead of using violence, they spent weeks studying the bank. They watched employee routines, learned the building's layout, and waited for the perfect opportunity. Their goal wasn't speed. Their goal was perfection. Finally, during a long holiday weekend, when the bank was closed, they made their move. Late at night, the robbers secretly entered the bank and reached the vault. Working carefully and quietly, they stole nearly $30 million in cash and valuables. There were no explosions, no shootouts, and no panic. Within hours, they disappeared with one of the biggest fortunes ever stolen from an American bank. When employees returned after the holiday, they were completely shocked. The vault had been emptied. The FBI immediately launched a massive investigation, but at first, investigators had almost no clues. It looked like the perfect crime. However, no plan is truly perfect. Small mistakes eventually helped investigators identify members of the robbery team. Several suspects were arrested, and part of the stolen money was recovered, although much of it was never found.
So after hearing this unbelievable story, one question still remains. How could a group of ordinary criminals pull off something that even Hollywood movie struggle to imagine? The answer is simple: patience. Most robbers think about guns, violence and quick escapes. But this man thought completely differently. They spent months planning every single detail before making their move. Even after stealing around $30 million, many of the robbers did not enjoy their success for long. Investigators worked for years, tracking suspects one by one. Several were arrested, some of the money was recovered, but a large part of the stolen cash was never found. To this day, people still wonder where the rest of the money disappeared. And that is exactly why this case remains one of the American most famous bank heists. It also teaches us an important lesson. No security system is perfect. Bank spends millions on alarms, cameras and vaults. But sometimes criminals don't attack the front door. They look for the weakest point that nobody expects. Instead of fighting security, they found another way inside. Of course, this story is not something to admire or copy. It is a reminder that crime always has consequences. Many of the people involved eventually lost their freedom and their lives were completely changed. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.